Hi everyone, Soulsurfer17 here. Let me first, like usual, and on the picture, I made the thumbnail, non-paid video. Alright, okay. So here's the thing. I basically have my computer with a list of things, so I'm gonna read it off. Alright, I am also downstairs taking care of the fire, so yeah. I'm gonna make this short because I made this one time and I did not feel like I overdid the explanation. So let me just get this point across. This is basically the anime and game combined. Though basically there is, all the Pokemons are known throughout the world. It's not gonna be one region only has 150 or 151 Pokemon. No, they're basically every Pokemon that we have known so far, all the way up to Sun and Moon into Journey, and the new game basically, Scarlet and Violet, those could be known. It depends if I basically can watch the series, on the original, and then Johto, and then so on and so forth. I found a way I could watch every other to like season 10 and up, but before that, after 2, from 3 to 9, it's gonna be it may be some difficulty, but if not, then I will play the game and I will just piece everything together from there to the best of my ability, from clips and such to, to what I can. So, my apologies if it's not, how everything goes, but yeah. So, again, since basically they know about Rotom, they know he basically possessed machinery, so they basically also know about Rotom phones. The more the game aspect will be from the Rotom phone, and the anime is basically the battles. I am gonna say this. I never liked the idea of having 4 different moves. Yes, it means pick and choose and such, but I'm just adding an extra 2 more skill slots. Well, technically move slots for Pokemon that I have. So basically, I will take, just like whatever I can. So I'm going from the anime, from the games, basically red, basically red, blue, yellow, and maybe also like fire red and basically, those type of games such. So I do also have a Pokédex app that has a list of the Pokemon along the moveset. And I also have it online, so I will know. But I recently just got Fire Red, so I do know a couple moves already because I basically picked Charmander. So, yay. So yeah. Anyways, again, just say this: the battles are gonna be, from the anime where it's like free range. I could tell them what to do, and basically though the game aspect is gonna be from the phone, where I can basically see the health, see what levels my Pokemon are, or my opponent's Pokemon are, and my items. Basically, the item list is just an infinite. There's an item list that's just gonna be for the backpack that is a holder of everything. So here's the thing: how does a backpack hold everything? To items that you can sell, to your potions. Like, even a bike can be registered as a key item. Like, seriously. That's just what I mean. So, basically, item list. Basically, storage. Backpack is bigger. So, in a sense, there's going to be a lot of things. I'm also adding, basically, since I'm basically being put into the world, I'm just going to basically get some abilities. And I may add some more depending. For right now, though, you'll see how many I have. It's not going to be much. It's just to help me survive. Because I'm a normal human being that basically is put into the world of Pokemon. And people have been freaking shoved into walls by telekinesis. So, yeah. Um, just let me put a log on the fire and we'll get started. But again, anime world, game world combined. Alright? Just want everyone to know that again. Alright, so let's get this started. This is basically what if I was Easy Guide into Pokemon Part 1. Alright, so I just basically got done with Pokemon, with a Pokemon game. Basically, I'm playing Scarlet at the moment in real life, so yeah. I just got done playing Scarlet. Just not beat the game, just continue the story in it. I'm like, okay, finally. It took me a while, basically, but with a lot of Pokemon capturing and leveling up through basically those raids, I got my Pokemon up to a good level. Now, just have to basically do my schoolwork and we can call it a night. Or at least work on some of it. Alright then. So, basically put my Switch down. After I turn it off and such. And, well, just by just a blinking, and when I look over to where my laptop is, I basically see nothing. As I'm like, huh? What's happening? Oh, sorry everyone, just, fire's really hot, so, just need to use some water. But anyways, there we go. So basically I'm like, okay, I know I was just about to do my schoolwork, and I blinked. So I am not tired, and I should not be asleep. But if I am asleep, hopefully this ain't no anime trope. Because if I wasn't asleep, was not asleep, and this was the anime trope where I'm basically gonna be isekai into a world, where I'm gonna be in danger. Oh boy. I am lucky or unlucky, depends on what world I go to. Please not Attack on Titan or any of those dark animes. And I basically, hear two things happen. One, it sounds like a ripple effect. Two, it sounds like something coming out of a portal. From this, I look. As I see two creatures that I know very well from a movie. Both of them are from movies. And from video games. As I'm like, okay. I should be excited, but at the same time, I am freaking out. As both of them land right in front of me, as one of them speaks, I was like, hello there, human. As I'm like, hi, Arceus? Giratina? Am I dreaming? As I literally say with a little bit of fear, like, come on, you're meaning God, and you mean, God of Pokemon the creation, and you mean one of his creations, Giratina, that basically protects his own dimension. Which, basically Giratina goes like, nope, human, you're not dreaming. It's like, okay, don't freak out. I am talking to Pokemon, am I going crazy? Which Arceus then says, no, you're not going crazy. We simply took you from your own dimension. Which I'm like, okay, what now? Yes, we took you from your own dimension. How hard is that to... I don't know, I understand. But, I mean, what now? What's the reason? What I need to do? What are you basically putting me through? Which, basically, Giratina just says, okay, he works fast. He knows what's going to happen already, probably. Which Arceus does not. He's like, well, since you kind of figured it out, we need you because we need some help to defeat a Pokemon that is very powerful and could be the world-ending event that no one's ready for. Like, what about Ash? No, not even him. What about Red? Giratina says, Red doesn't exist. I'm like, huh? How? How does he not exist? Every other game exists in this world. but Red doesn't for some reason. Because Ash Ketchum takes over Red's position? Somewhat, but we don't know yet. It was like, okay, whatever. So, what? So wait, you need me to save your guys' world. Why? What is this Pokemon that even you, the god who basically created the world of Pokemon, the universe and such, then who created Giratina, Palkia, and Dialga. Wait, did I say that name right? But it doesn't matter. I'm freaking out right now. In which Giratina goes like, Giratina just says, just calm down. Goes like, calm down. I am in between the dimensions. How am I supposed to calm down? Like, did you take my consciousness or my actual body? Because if so, everyone's gonna be wondering, where the heck am I? Which, I mean, Giratina looks at, Arceus. Arceus looks at Giratina. Like, it's, complicated. He's like, and I'm like, how complicated? Very complicated. You're the actual consciousness that we left a copy in your body. Wait, what? So a copy is in my body while I'm here? Yes. Why? The copy would have been better? No. We need you, not it. Which, I'm like, okay, a lot of people would have been better than just me. A lot of people. Like, I don't know. Ash would have been one. I mean, people from my world who make videos on Pokemon, who play it, who basically understand the mechanics, while I am just a casual player. I just play the game, and I go through the story. I don't go to, competitive, because I know I will die easily, and I will lose. Which, the only answer they can just tell me is, oh, you have something that we have not seen, including from Ash. And then we have seen the timeline. And like, what is that? His luck, huh? He has luck, but you just have something else. Giratina would just be honest. So, basically, Arceus interrupts him because so we decided to basically bring you here. And besides, you're technically the only person who has made a most likely chance. It depends on how you do everything. So, what do you say? You want to come here to Pokemon? I'm like, no. They're like, wait, what now? No, I am not going to Pokemon. I am not going to a world where who has no experience in the world of Pokemon, who basically cannot take, I don't know, a Thunderbolt like Ash has, I would die. So if I'm gonna go to the world of Pokemon, I need some reinsurance, help, and I don't know. Maybe some actual freaking shit that can help me? Instead just send me there with no help? I mean, Arceus basically says, well, we did prepare something. Well, I mean, I did. Which basically all of a sudden a Rotom phone that will come out of nowhere. Basically, it looks like the one from Arceus, basically Pokemon Arceus. So, that phone. And I'll go like, okay, a Rotom phone. Not what I meant. I meant powers, abilities. Anything that give me a fighting chance in the world of Pokemon. In which, I mean, Giratina was like, we are taking him from his own dimension. And I'm like, wait, first off, how the heck did you even find my dimension? Basically, Giratina goes like, that would be me. I helped. For the whole entire span, the multiverse, we found your dimension, and we found you. And let me guess, I was the last choice. Middle choice, actually. Huh? It doesn't matter. But yes, we basically found you because of Giratina, your world. Basically, I'm like, okay, first off, what is this Pokemon that you need me to capture, take down, defeat, whatever? Basically, Giratina just says it real quick. Me and Arceus basically were fighting, and he basically overpowered a move that was basically a combination between space, time, and creation, just to basically finally put me in a world where I can never escape from. And he accidentally made a Pokemon that went into the future, but then was nearly being defeated by Ash, Ketchum, but then went all the way back to the past, and now is asleep, and will only appear, we don't know when. I'm like, so you basically accidentally made a Pokemon that is Apocalypse. Which Arceus goes, yes. So I had to fight something that is an actual literal apocalypse. The one that can basically decay, rewind, put things into another dimension or space, create new things. You know how much trouble that is? So seriously, you would rather send me into a world which is no offense to you, Rotom, but a Rotom phone. With no abilities? Yes. You're. I don't know if I should literally come up to where your face is and slap you, Arceus, and don't even care if I die. Or literally just switch my place with my copy version of me and let him take all this BS. Okay, fine. I'll give you some abilities. Happy? Yes. Alright then, let me just make a list. I'm like, really? A list? You can't just give me some random abilities you can think of right off the bat? Which, it's like, okay, fine. It's not like a... Which, basically, all of a sudden, Giratina pulls out a list of, like, I already thought of some. I had a feeling this human was going to be some problems. So, I thought of it. And I'm like, at least Giratina has his priorities. Which, he just kind of chuckles at that. So, basically, here's the thing. He goes, okay, so here's the abilities that I basically chosen for you. One, speak to Pokemon, obviously. Because you literally will not know how to even survive without their help. And like, fair point. Read and understand language. Basically, this can progress through reading many different languages, or basically just many different books, or anything really, just to help you get used to the world. Superhuman abilities. Like, superhuman abilities? Yes, your strength, dexterity, resistance, all that. It's up to the highest it can be. You can also increase this by training, which is why I'm giving you, we're going to give you, can basically mimic any fighting type moves. So you just make me a fighting type Pokemon? Humans and Pokemon are exactly the same thing. Well, that's what your friend told you one time. Yes, but, so why not? You can mimic them. Technically, you could also basically say you actually are using them, because you also get the status effect. And basically, appraisal. This is kind of the video game aspect. Basically, you'll be able to appraise any item that you hold to basically see what it does. Say a potion, you'll be able to see how much it can basically give to a Pokemon, and, health back and such. I'm like, okay. What about the Rotom phone? That will have a features basically coming in and out. So basically, you'll get the Pokédex from a professor, Pokemon levels, just to help out. Basically, Pokemon skills, which we kind of giving you at least 6 skills you can actually use at once. Basically, the Pokemon list is when you get in a bag or such to hold your items. It's basically infinite storage. Another video game aspect. Fast travel, because honest and truth, you're going to be traveling a lot. So you want to go back to previous areas to backtrack some stuff. Because of all the regions. I'm like, yeah, I get it, come on. music player just so you can just listen to stuff while you're walking, a map, world championship placement. Oh wait, that's gonna be given to you by the professor, and healing down Pokemon or your own Pokemon. I'm like, okay, that's all. He was like, yes. Now, have fun. With all this, don't worry. You're gonna be, meeting somebody to help you. Isn't that right, Arceus? And we're like, yes, we have taken care of that. We visited him at least a week beforehand. He understands the situation perfectly. So you literally just told someone about my existence from another dimension. Yes. Have fun in Pallet Town. I'm like, wait, what? As all of a sudden, portal, just comes out of nowhere, and yeah, I guess in through it. Like, so how much chaos is he gonna bring to our world? Who knows? But let's see what happens. I just hope he doesn't. he doesn't ever capture that Pokemon, or well, if he does, he seals it instead of using it. Agreed. Because if he does, then who knows what he can do with it. But we never asked him what type of Pokemons will he catch. Oh crap, we gotta tell all of the legends. True. Or we just let them deal with him. Fair enough. So basically just, go back to their own realms. Now me. Basically, after, let's say, good... Well, basically it seems for me like seconds, but really I've been asleep for at least an hour. I wake up to basically a bright sun. And this is basically only a day, after basically Ash got Pikachu. So in a sense, we do know he was in Vermilion City at the time because of Pikachu being healed. So, here's what happens. I basically wake up underneath a tree in the middle of a field, and I'm already holding the Rotom phone. And I'm like, okay, too bright for the morning, I think. As I literally just move slowly up, and I'm like looking in my right hand, and I see the Rotom phone, and I'm like, it wasn't a dream. I'm literally here in Pokemon World. I should be excited. But I am quite terrified because I don't know where to go. This is like the world, hopefully. If it's like the anime and the games, I can at least, I don't know, find some way back home through some BS. So I literally get up and I basically dust myself off. And I just realized, I'm in my pajamas. Great. And I have no place to live. Double great. I'll figure out my living situations later. First off, Pallet Town. Hey Rotom, you awake? Which Rotom basically answers, saying, yes, I am. Hey, how may I be assistance to you? I'm like, okay, can you not act like, you're a servant? You're basically my friend. He's like, oh, so I can be myself? Yes. Oh, thanks. Anyways, question. He goes, yeah? What type of trainer you want to be? He goes, okay, first off, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm not trying to be rude here, but can we please get me to some civilians, civilization, a town, Pallet Town, get my journey started? It was like, oh, yeah, sorry about that, man. But no, seriously though, what type of trainer do you want to be? Well, I mean, when I was a kid, I'm just gonna make this quick. I wanted to be like Ash Ketchum, basically be friends with Pokemon and have an adventure with them. Basically, making friends along the way, have great battle, a great journey, and capture a lot of Pokemon. But as I got older, I kind of realized capture every Pokemon isn't good, and that basically will take me forever to do. So I guess if I could talk to Pokemon like Meowth talks, well, from my memory of the anime and such, then I actually would just ask them if they want to come with me on the journey. If they don't, I don't capture them. And basically legends, if there's more than one legend in the games, yes. If there's basically the only legend, capture it, but at the same time, in the anime, it's like they're part of an ecosystem. So if there's only one of them, I won't capture. So, but I do make the exceptions with the Kanto legends. The only one I will capture is Articuno. Which Rotom goes like, why? He goes like, to be honest, there's not really much legends or stories about them of old and such, and we really don't know where the heck they come from. Who knows if there even are more? When I see in the anime, it's basically like there's just somehow a few of them around. I mean, they fly. I mean, yeah. So, but still. So I mean, I kind of would capture that. But at the same time, I mean, I won't keep it around unless it basically, needs to do something. But still, again, I'll just capture it. I at least need to have one legendary on my side. Which Rotom kind of just yeah, I kind of can see it. It doesn't really make any sense. I'm like, I know, I'm a hypocrite, but still. It's the kind of the video game, side of me saying capture a legendary Pokemon. Just so you can wreck someone else later in life with it. Wreck? Beat down, one shot. Try to, fight your friend with it and show off a bit. Kind of childish, but I act like a child sometimes. Wait. I'm not 10 years old, so how am I supposed to get a Pokemon? It's like, have you not seen yourself? As then I kind of look at my body, I realize, oh, hands, limbs, basically. And like, Rotom, do you have a camera feature? Yes. Basically, I go into the camera, and I see myself. I'm 10 years old with black hair and red eyes. And I'm like, I'm 10. Yes. You really think this, it was not planned? They could have told me I would have been 10. That even makes me more worried. Great. Okay. Just map. Fine. Pallet Town. Please. Which is right. So legit, I find Pallet Town, I start walking in that direction. Meanwhile, I'm literally thinking of what I'm gonna do. I can't really travel with anybody, because I don't know anybody. The only ones I can travel with is my Pokemon. They're basically gonna be my travel companions because I can also talk to them now. So I literally just say, okay, so Rotom, how many regions are there? I know basically there's up to 9 because of the video games, but I mean in total. There's basically all the way up to Alola. The ninth one, what Arceus came from, basically your world's knowledge of us, basically from the video games. It's, quite different. I mean, the ninth area, the ninth gen, which, based on I can't remember the name right now, so I don't really care at the moment. I apologize for being rude, but still. But Lola basically is there, along with, as you would say, Sun and Shield. I mean, not Sun and Shield. It was, let's just say Sword and Shield. Okay, Sword and Shield area. I'm like, oh, great, where Leon is. So I had to battle Leon in the future. Yes. Great. let's see how far, because it's been a while since I've been walking. As I realized when I look at the map, not that far. I'm like, huh. As I just look forward and I basically see the hill, I walk on the hill, and then I see Pallet Town. I'm like, okay, let's just get this stuff started. Let's see if Professor Oak is the one that they were talking about. So I literally go into Pallet Town, knowing I am in my pajamas. Some people are looking at me strangely, others just don't really mind. And I'm like, yay. Just give me a minute. Oh, I didn't forget to mention everyone. The Pokédex app that I have that shows, the Pokemon, the moves, and the levels, and how, what level they're at, need to be. I basically saw some moves that they don't have So I may in the game, so I may incorporate from what it says of certain moves that are basically on it in it. I am sorry if that basically will take offense to anyone, but I kind of could see like the more versatility. And also, if you guys don't realize, I mean, if I have basically free range of battle, like I can basically tell my Pokemon what to do. They'll do it, and basically they can move around and such. I will basically do a lot of Ash's outside the box moves. Just want to point that out. So, yeah, I mean, that's what I kind of don't like about the game sometimes when you can't really do something like that. Like I said, I watched anime most of my life, not really playing much of the games. But I know of them. So, yeah. Anyways, let's just go on. So, as I said, I basically walked through Pallet Town in my pajamas. People staring, some aren't. I'm just like thinking to myself, this is kind of embarrassing. Okay, so, where's Professor Oak Roton? As basically Roton, shows Professor Oak's lab's location as I walk in that direction. So, by the time I basically get there, Professor Oak was just arriving back from visiting, Ash's mom. As I like, Professor Oak! Which he looks over, he goes, oh, come in. I've been expecting you. Which I'm like, okay, so you were the guy. Thank God. So, I literally walk into his place. So he basically, says, sit down, I'll get tea ready. And I'm like, okay. So, I sit down, I'm basically really nervous, so I'm basically have my foot on the ground, the back of my heel really quick. So he comes out with tea, and after he sits down, after he gives me the tea, and he sits down, he was like, so, you are basically the boy that they were talking about, Giratina and Arceus. Yeah, I know you may have not wanted to do this and such, and I'm really sorry. I mean, I don't mean to basically. He basically holds up his hands like, listen, young man, I, well, I'm pretty much used to many strange things due to Pokemon. I have quite a few tales myself. I'm like, oh yeah, like the time you were basically brought into the future because of Celebi. Which he looks at me, he was like, no one really knows about that. I'm sorry. It goes like, so they basically do have some events of our world into your TVs and movies, Yes, that was a movie. I kind of thought it wasn't true, but I mean, since it said it was basically the anime and the games, I mean, I was thinking a good chance. But sorry for interrupting. He goes, well, I mean, to be fair, you are right. But, I mean, I understand your predicament. You are not from our dimension, and you come from a world like no other. And yeah. Again, my only question is, why help me? For basically listening to Arceus and Giratina, you guys just said, no, you're on vacation or something. He goes, well, I was going to say no, but then I thought about it. They said they were going to de-age you back to 10 years old, as every young Pokemon trainer, every young kid who wants to become a Pokemon trainer starts their journey out. And you're from another dimension. You don't know this world, and I figure you can use all the help you can get and even have a friend. And I'm like, so that's the only reason why? He goes, yes. What other reason do I need? Like, sorry, it's just kind of used to a friend of mine that basically would say I don't see him ever doing that. But, he goes, well, I mean, have you seen a lot of the TV shows of Pokemon in your world? Yes. Have I ever said no to helping out someone? I don't remember, no. So, I don't really know for sure. Well, I mean, your friend basically could be right. I could have said no, and I was thinking about it. So technically, you are both right. It would make more sense for me to say no, but I chose yes. So, let's basically talk what's going to happen. I know you have a Rotom phone, and I'll be giving you the Pokédex. I also will be entering you into the Pokemon World Championship, basically, so when you get into Master Tier. Though I must warn you, Palatown, or should I say Kanto in a whole, is at the very lowest. We don't have many Pokemon trainers around. We do have gyms, yes, but we don't have that many of the other regions. Wait, really? Well, I mean, we are basically 90, well, we say 90 million, well, 99,000,000 980, oh wait, 8, what, 98, 3,462, 1,000 and then 340. And basically that will be your ranking. So you can see how far we are. Like, oh yeah. Yeah. And it does take quite a long time. This should bring you to every other region. So they already told you about the whole time travel, and he goes, yes, but they didn't tell me for what reason, but I know of that. Like, well, it's, complicated. Let's just say that much. Something that I did not expect to ever do in my whole entire existence. Which he just nods and goes like, yes, I understand. So, there are some clothes that I basically, well, got ahead of time. I went back to basically Ash's mom, basically home, and thanked her again for what she did. He's like, huh? She helped me pick out some clothing for you. And also well, how should I say, a camping set, some pots and pans, some vegetables, some cookbooks, well, some food basically in general, since you are going to be, well, on your own. And I was like, yeah, I need to learn how to cook. Well, no time like the present, right? Because you don't have to cook. Well, I know how to cook somewhat, just not Pokemon. So, I mean, Pokemon way, Pokemon Worlds. It should be normal, but you never know. It was, yes, that is true. So, please, follow me. So basically, I just realized the tea is already gone. I was about to drink it all, which, I just sigh, but like, I have a habit of drinking something without noticing right away when it's gone. Great. That habit's still around. So I kind of just walk with, basically, Professor Oak. He basically shows me the room. Basically see the clothing. I see a beanie. I see a a grayish shirt. Basically a black jacket. Blue pants. White socks. Basically boots. And basically a couple more pairs versions of it. But basically, jacket could be basically gray or, blue. The shirt can be with just a few more shirts. Pants. Blue, gray, sweatpants, black pants. Just a few things. I'm like, huh, you really bought some stuff I don't even know on my size. It was, well, I mean, I basically just picked random clothes. If you can fit in it, that'll be great. Like, yeah, thanks. So, yeah, I tried a few of them on, and I could basically fit in them, and I just take them all, actually. So, in a sense, yeah. Basically, though, I'm wearing the gray, the blue, the White Sox, the black jacket, and I have the basically a beanie on. And then basically, there's also the bag. I would notice that, Professor Oak. I'm like, how did I not notice the bag? So I grab it, and Roton automatically says, item list has been activated. As all of a sudden, the bag starts glowing. I'm like, right. I said I decided to take all these clothing, so put it into the bag. As I'm like, great, infinite storage. Yes. So basically, I also then kind of realized, wait, appraisal. Huh. Basically, I kind of praise it, and it says, the item description. A bag that you're given to by Professor Oak and bought by Ash's mom. Due to basically item list activated, this has become infinite storage of only your items, no one else's. Well, but this also can apply to only items that you want to put in the bag. Will they be put in, and it will be into the item storage, but if anything else, it would not. It basically would just be a normal bag to anyone else. I'm like, cool. So I literally get out of the room, and I see Professor Oak. He's like, well, I'm glad they fit. Is there any clothes that you did not take? Oh no, I took them all. Surprisingly, they all fit. Huh. I chose them at random, but good to know. I'm like thinking to myself, what the heck? This is just dumb luck. I think Professor Oak BS is better than my BS. So, Professor Oak, grabs Roboton phone, basically goes over, puts in the data of my trainer badge, basically also the Pokédex, the World Championship Cup, my ranking in it, and, well, that will be it. So, he says, well, now, there's your registration, you're also in the Pokemon League, Pokemon Championship, and there'll be basically the league you have to go in. This is the best way to basically rank in the rankings very quickly. Huh, alright. You don't have any Pokemon, do you? I thought I didn't, but turns out I did. He goes, huh? You see, basically, it's quite hard to find any starters, but there are quite a few that basically we have over time decided to take care of on our own for other trainers. Feed, wash, basically take care of. I basically took care of my 3 before, when they came in and grabbed their Pokemon. Ash did take his, which is a Pikachu, as you know. Yeah. By the way, if you bet with Gary, that Ash will basically got into some predicament with Pikachu that he had to go to the Pokemon hospital. Basically, which he goes, I see. Alright then. Why do you call it Pokemon hospital? Because that's just what it is. Honest and truth. It's like, huh. Alright then. I'm like, yep. And that's all you're gonna call it? Yep. Even though I know what it is, I'm just gonna call it Pokemon Hospital. That's all. Alright, moving on. So, basically, fire again. Give me a minute. Alright, so basically, he brings me over to where there's a Pokemon ball. He's like, so, it's the only one I have left, actually. I basically couldn't give anyone 2, so I actually kind of didn't tell no one about this. And there's only basically supposed to be Ash and 3 others. And since I knew of you 2, ahead of time, I saved this for you. There's the only one. I hope you like it. By the way, I also filled out some registrations. Arceus told me that you basically go by soul in the games. Well, most of your games. So I put that down as soul, but nothing else. So they say, look at my ID, it goes, soul. Yep, that works. Thanks. No problem. Now, as he basically, points to the Pokeball, as I grab it and basically bring out the Pokemon. And what I find is very simple. A Charmander! I'm like, I just see Charmander, I'm like, I basically just don't even say nothing, which basically that kind of, worries Professor Oak. I'm like, I love it! I love Charmander! I mean, because he basically has the coolest transformations evolutions, and basically a cool transformation due to Mega Evolution, and basically Dynamaxing, but still, oh my god, and he's so cute! Which basically, I just hear Charmander goes like, thanks, are you my trainer that Professor Oak told me about? I'm like, yes. Cool, oh, sorry. kind of new to the whole Pokemon thing in real life. Wait, what? I'll explain later to you, man. Or wait, girl? Oh my gosh. Whew. It's gonna be hard to tell. How can you not? Like I said, I'll explain later. Which, Professor was like, they did say they were gonna give you some weird abilities. Talking to Pokemon. Who knew? He was like, you're not freaking out. It was, like I said, I've seen a lot of strange things in my life. And this is not really of the top 10. Probably top 15. Or 20. Okay. So... Professor Oak, thank you, really, for the help. Um, Wait, do you also give Pokeballs? He goes, yes, here. He's like, thanks. Anything else I need to know? Oh, well, basically I want you to be on your way. And have a safe journey. Now, take care of yourself. And call if any time you need. I basically put my contact information in your phone just in case if you ever need me for any help. Alright. And I go, thanks. But, quick question. Yes? Why do people let 10-year-olds in this world go out by themselves in a world where there's Pokemon who basically can be, harm them? That, even I have no answer for. Maybe you can answer that for me someday. I'm like, it's just been a natural thing, hasn't it? That's what everyone thinks. I'm like, you're not going to tell me, are you? No. As I say, he kind of scoots me out of the place. I'm like, well, again, thanks. He goes, no problem. Safe journeys. As I say, I do leave. So, here's the thing. I basically have Chimchar out with me. Basically, though, I go into the level, basically, of my Pokemon, and I basically see it. Level 5. Urano, Growl, and Scratch. Kind of obvious. So, Chimchar, all ready for a journey? He goes, yeah. So are you gonna be like every other trainer that Professor Oak said, how they basically capture Pokemon? You're like, to be fair, I'm gonna be a different type of Pokemon trainer. He goes, really? Yeah, I'll only capture Pokemon that are willing to come with me. Since, He goes, oh, yeah. How are we even talking anyways? I'll tell you when we leave Power Town. Basically, I did notice there was not really many people, so it was okay, but still only quite a few. But again, So, basically, after leaving Power Town, I'm like, believe it or not, though, pal, my friend. Wait, I never gave you a nickname. He goes, oh, yeah. Wait, you do? Want to give me a nickname? Yeah. Rex. Rex. Not bad. I like it. Nice. Anyways, let's say this. I'm not really from this world. I basically was transported here by mind, and they made probably a new body for me, which, if you cannot tell who basically sent me here, is Arceus. Which, that kind of makes Charmander just look at me with eyes widened. Yes, and also Giratina with help, basically. Which is just like, hold up, so you mean to tell me that yeah, I got a new body, probably a lot more faster, durable, stronger than my last one, means I'm probably going to eat a lot more too, so there's that. And the fact is that I'm here. Also, I need to buy some Figueroa's gloves. Because, why? I don't know. I feel like it'd be good to have them here. But anyways, we're definitely in the basically fields. There's basically some Pidgeys, some Rattatas, some Sparrows, and Mankeys. So, you want to do some training and capture a few Pokemon? So what you can catch? Probably a Pidgey and a Rattata. Sparrows though are really good because they technically get flying type moves right away. Which, yeah, I mean, he's like, that's actually kind of true. I mean, that is true. So, you're going to get, so which one are you going to get? Pidgey and Rattata. Also a Mankey. You can get that out while we go to Route 22. Or in this case, since technically this is the anime, I technically can get it early since I can see a couple, just running around. But still, Route 22 may be the best bet because I may be a higher level. But it doesn't matter. So, basically, we just walk for a bit and we kind of see a Pidgey. And I'm like, hey, Pidgey! Which the Pidgey looks and, wonder, huh? Moment, I'm like, can I talk to you for a minute? Which it just says, silly human, you can't talk to me. I'm like, of course I can. Which all of a sudden, the Pidgey was like, about to eat, go back and peck in the ground, and all of a sudden it looks at me. He's like, you can talk to me? Yes, I can. So, what do you want to talk about? Well, you see, I'm a Pokemon trainer, recently became one, and I wanted to ask if you want to basically become my first Pokemon. Which, that just kind of lets me strangely, don't you want to, I want to basically take only Pokemon that are willing to come with me, not, capture them, force them to battle if they don't want to. Some Pokemon are like that. So, which, so what's the catch? You basically get to travel around with me, have an adventure, make new friends, and technically, also, if I find a place to live, you get to stay there, because I'm going to travel around different regions, and I may basically come back to my home and get any Pokemon I need at the time. So, what do you say? How strong will I get? As strong as I can get you. That's all? That's all. You're not going to basically ask me to do a battle that I'm not, willing to do? At this point in time, no. But I will probably ask for some battles that are, needed to be like gym battles. Alright then. Battle me first. Well, let me guess, just because you want to see how strong I am? Yes. I'm like, alright, Dad. So, let's just say this. I want to basically get to the gym battle. So, I legit battle. It goes basically growl, which basically lowers the attack of the Pokemon. Then basically, while it basically tries to use, a sand attack, I basically tell Chimchar to dodge. Basically, also use growl after dodging, which lowers again its basically attack. And when it basically comes in close to try to, headbutt, basically the tackle, I tell Chimchar to basically grab the wings, or at least one wing, and start using, scratch. And don't let go, no matter what. And that was how it kind of, simply won. Basically, go over to it, just lightly throw the Pokeball at it, capture it, basically get it out, and have my Rotom phone to heal it. And this is way more simply than to use a Pokemon Center. Gonna save a lot of time. Heck, even some money on potions. I spent a whole lot of money on potions, but I can actually use them on Pokeballs and other things. So, after that, basically, Pidgey's like, huh. I mean, no one really ever thought of doing that with a Pokemon. I just thought of outside the box, Pidgey. No nickname? Jesse? Jesse. Ellie? Okay, fine. Maybe, Lynn? Lex? No. Wait. What gender you are? Female. Rose. I like that. Okay, then Rose, let's go. So, next thing you know, I capture a Rattata. Basically, since technically this is Anime World, and I did have a list of what routes the Pokemon were on, I do think I can basically not, because we did see in the anime, there was some Mankeys on the route, Route 1, because there's basically it's the world, but I'm saying I'm still going to get the route, until Route 22. basically from Vermilion City, because the Mankey there's will probably be pretty high. And I mean, I played Fire Red and I basically found a Mankey. So yeah. So after basically getting on a Rattata, basically fighting Pokemon, also basically healing them, not capturing them, too, which was kind of shocking for some of them. Charmander was level 5 at the time. Basically, my Pidgey and basically Rattata basically were level, let's just say, level 3 and 4. Well, level 3 and 4. Pidgey was level 3, Rattata was level 4. Now, after battling a couple of Pokemon, Chimchar has gained up to level 7, while Rattata has gained to level 6, and Pidgey has become level 5. They really don't give that much experience. I mean, technically speaking, I'm not really going to write them down, so I'm just going to go based on what I would think they'll be. So, if you guys, want to, try to do your own little thing, I'm fine with that. I'm just going to go based on what I would think. I'm not going to calculate, all the points and such on how long it is, because that's going to be the game thing where I would basically say, I basically defeat the gym, and I'm basically just going with what my level is from basically my red, or my yellow, and my fire red, which I just got today, gameplay. So far my Chimchar is at level 12, and my Pidgey and Rattata are, at lower level. So level 6 for Rattata Pidgey to level 8 of Rattata Pidgey. So yeah. So I'm just gonna go based on what I basically, So, yeah, so we basically would actually get to Vermilion City. And thank you, Rotom Phone. Man, your healing really comes in handy. Especially when, I don't really, can get any money from basically battling wild Pokemon. Which, basically, Rotom Phone goes even though basically the Pokemon Center is free, you're welcome. He's like, yeah, and I also got a Mankey. So, not a Mankey. I didn't get a Mankey. I need to get a Mankey. And I do have a Pokeball. At least 3 more. I only use 2. Which, yes, how hard is it going to be getting a Mankey? Not that hard. So we kind of, walking around. Walking around Vermilion City. Team Rocket attack already happened. Kind of saw the Pokemon Center already destroyed. But I ask, hey, excuse me, sir. As some random person says, yes. Where's Route 22? Oh, go down straight, take a right, take a left, after 2 blocks, and then Route 22 should be right in front of you. Thanks. No problem. So, follow his directions, get Route 22. What happens is very simple. I do capture the Mankey. I saying, hey, Mankey, want to come with me on a journey? He goes, huh? Do I get to fight Pokemon? Well, other Pokemon? Yes. Why? Damn it! A lot of aggression there, huh? He's like, yes, but first let's fight! I'm like, oh god, he's a Nosuke. Moment. But basically, I kind of basically like to get my starter Pokemon up to basically a higher level, so when I get to the second evolution, then I can focus on my other Pokemon. But I would choose basically Rattata. I tell Rattata to do Tail Whip and dodge basically Mankey's punches. Basically hitting Mankey in the face with his tail also. And then have basically Pidgey use Gust. Not Gust, to use Sand Attack and then Tackle. Because I would switch out. I kind of do that. And then I basically have then I have basically Charmander come out, and because this Mankey was a level 4, I basically tell him to use Scratch. Because I know at level 9 he'll get a good move. So yeah, basically, it does. He basically goes down after a couple of hits, and I basically capture him. Then I usually have him come out and heal. So right away after I heal, all of a sudden, because I was in the tall grass, a Nito. Give me a minute. A Nidoran appears. I'm like, yes, perfect. I need you. Which is like, huh? Battle? Capture? Adventure? Please? Please say yes. Yes? As I'm like, yes! Mankey! Use Leer! And then a couple of a couple of scratches. Later, Nidoran gets captured and healed. And now I basically say, now let's basically get up, well, let's have basically Chimchar get up to learn Ember, then we're good for basically the forest. Which they're like, yeah! So basically I kind of put them all basically in the Pokeballs and just leave. So after basically that, though, this is kind of when the trainers are going to happen. Especially that one trainer that battles Ash. Now I think to myself, okay, now I just need one Pokemon. What was it called again? It basically is the de-evolution of Metapod, or basically Butterfree is basically the last evolution. So, yeah, I do. I'm also having a hard time remembering the name, so give me a minute. Alright, so basically, I go, oh, right, Caterpie! So, I do want to say a random trainer basically will come out and, ask to battle. So, technically the battle will just be very simple. Charmander. It was basically level 8. So, after the battle, just him basically taking on all the Pokemon, I basically get him to learn Ember. And I'm like, yes, now basically we can fulfill this forest and actually battle a lot of other Pokemon. But I do need to rank Mankey, Nidoran, Pidgey, and Rattatat's levels up. Alright, the grind shall continue. So, in a sense, I do technically do that. By the end of it, before I do catch a Caterpie, I just see a Caterpie about to be tapped by another Pokemon, a Weedle, or basically a Beedrill, basically anime thing, because the Beedrills are in the forest too. So I just have basically Mankey to use Scratch, and then also had Pidgey to tackle it, while I had Bite with Rattata. Team Takedown. Why not? Basically, they do get some experience. I asked basically Caterpie if he wanted to come with on an adventure. Basically on my journey to become the Pokemon Master, sort of. They kind of wonder what I mean, but I just say I'll explain later, when eventually. And it just says, will I be safe? I'm like, yes, you'll be coming with me, and I will ask you to battle, so. It just says, alright. I mean, as long as I don't have to battle that much, I'm going to need you for a battle, though, so. We're going to get you, we'll basically level you up a bit to this level, and help you basically gain experience and evolve. Oh, alright then. So yeah. So basically, after battling a little bit more and some random people, basically I do get some money and my rank goes up. I want to say at the end of it, since technically these were Pokemon trainers who were just trying to get some bug types to level up, basically to have them evolve and become stronger. They were basically only maybe 100 above me. One of them was 300 above me. So I climb up the ranks. I'll basically we'll just give a random number I think I'll be at. Or I'll just write down the number and then basically I'll just Okay, so here's the thing. One of them was basically 50. Basically, the first one I fought, basically, when I entered the force, was 50. Then, basically, another one was like 20, 50, 100. My dad's banging, so sorry. And then, basically, the last guy who I was about to face is a guy Ash was basically faced in in the anime. The samurai guy. As I'm like, okay. Hopefully that bug trainer that dressed up as a samurai ain't here. As he goes like, "Are you from Pallet Town?" Right behind me. Stepped on something. He goes like, "Are you from Pallet Town?" I'm like, I turn around and I'm like, "Oh, not you." He's like, "Have we met?" I'm like, "Sort of." He's like, but answer my question. Yes. Really? He goes, "Yes, I'm from Pallet Town. Why?" He was like, "Fight me then." You know what? Fine. As I literally take out the Pokeball, throw it, say, "Charmander, I choose you." Basically, he gets his hair across. I literally just tell him, "Use Ember." Which basically Charmander can see me just being annoyed, just like nods. And then he fires Ember while basically he told his hair across the dodge. And literally when he says come right near me, I literally say, "If it grabs you, use Ember right in his face." Which basically the Pokemon trainer is like, "Wait, what?" And you're kind of a distraction. And I'm like, then basically tell Charmander to use Scratch on basically Heracross. Wait, no, Pinsir. Like, it's one something, guys. Give me a minute. It's Pinsir. Oh, God. I'm sorry. Alright, so basically, tell basically to scratch Pinsir, and basically it does happen. So when Pinsir, though, was told to basically grab and basically, try to crush my Pokemon, Charmander, I literally, right when it basically was about to, I literally say, "Now use Ember!" As, yeah. Basically, though, when it's about to use Ember, I say, "Aim at his feet!" And then fire another Ember right at him. So, yeah, it aims at the feet, basically Pinsir jumps, and then Charmander hits him with an Ember, knocking his Pokemon down. So, basically, Charmander becomes a level 10? No, I want to say he was at least level 13. So level 11. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. Bring out your next Pokemon. I already know who it is. He's like, how? We're in a freaking forest. Oh. So it turns out, basically, the evolved form of Caterpie. I cannot remember the name right now. My brain's not thinking right. I said it earlier in the video. Why did I not remember Metapod? I literally switch out and I basically have Caterpie come out. I just tell it to use Tackle over and over and over again until it's defeated. And when it finally goes down, I basically see on the phone, Pokemon has leveled up. Since basically I know Caterpie, it can be level 5 to level 7, depending. I basically knew it could be high, and I did get a high Caterpie. So, it leveled up, and basically starts to go into Metapod. I'm like, okay. Let's see, did I get it? Basically, all of a sudden, kind of see, oh crap, I got money. At least 100 Pokemon dollars. Sweet. Wait a minute. I basically checked to see how much money I have. I'm like, huh. You're only 2 ranks above me. Wow. That's a... Thanks. It goes, well, it seems to be I have underestimated you. What a glorious battle. I mean, like, it was just literally, you just use your Metapod to basically use skill Harden. Basically make it tougher for me to even hit you. Over and over again. Yeah, I mean, I could use Charmander, but I need to get my well, Caterpie up a level, well, up some, basically to evolve. So, return Metapod. And I literally just look at him and go like, see ya. I just literally just walk away like it was nothing. And in which he's like, what? So yeah. So, I just basically walk and I use the map to get out of the forest. I'm like, Pewter City should be up ahead. Who knows how many miles. Hopefully I can get there before Ash and Brock leave. I was only probably a day out. I mean, I am making good time, and since I'm walking faster than I normally would, and actually kind of jog a little bit, and I basically realize I'm a little bit more faster than most people, so it comes in handy. So yeah, I kind of just go look kind of around, like, should I battle people to Pewter City? Nah. I mean, there weren't really many people on the routes, and they're all basically Vermilion Forest in the games. Yeah, probably after I beat Brock, I'll get a couple more people before I get to Mount Moon. Yeah, that should be good. If not, then I'll just ask some people to battle me if they want to. So basically, though, I kind of realized, wait, does Mankey have basically a skill that will actually help me? So I kind of look and I don't have the skill. I'm like, crud. I need a low kick. So, I mean, I kind of basically look around. I basically find some wild Pokemon, and they say, "Hey, Pokemon, we're grabbing battle, no capture. Sorry, not sorry." From the Pokeball, Mankey comes out. A few minutes later, leveled up enough. I basically kind of realized, I had a little more experience, and now I'm level 9 with Mankey. Nice, let's go. So I basically get into Pure City. It was actually kind of easy because they were literally just basically some Rattatas. They were only level 2. I basically got 4 encounters with Rattatas in a group. So yeah, so I basically get over to Pure City. And technically Ash did fight, Brock already. And he kind of did, because we kind of at around noonish, in basically the episode where Brock was defeated by Ash happens, and Ash doesn't take the badge because of this, or finish the fight because of Brock's siblings. So, in a sense, though, I basically find them when they're basically getting back with his father, Brock's father. I mean, I'm like, excuse me, are you the Pewter City gym leader? It's like, former. Well, basically still current before I leave tomorrow. It's like, can I ask a question then? Did you ever have a battle? He goes, yes. Why? I like to have a battle for a gym badge. He's like, alright then. I mean, can we make it tomorrow? My Pokemon are really tired. He's like, oh yeah, sure, I don't mind. But I don't have no place to stay at the moment. Which basically Brock just says, oh, you can stay with me then. I mean, have you eaten anything yet? I'm like, oh my god, I ate nothing today. I just had tea. Which you're like, huh? I may have walked the whole day and night. I honestly kind of forgot what time it was. And he just kind of looks at me and just starts chuckling. Oh, wait, I need to check on the fire. Give me a minute. I'm like, you sure? Oh, wait, no, not that. I mean, I have to be loud. He's like, alright, I mean, you can stay with me then. Like I said. And, yeah, let me guess. First time in, Pokemon training. Yeah. Like, well, I hope you like a good meal I made. So, yeah, I spent time with Brock. I met his siblings, and I kind of told them I'm about his brother before, before they leave. And so, basically, they were glad to see their dad. Ash also spent the day. Well, technically was upset that he couldn't move right away. I met Ash. Had a little chat with him. Basically, it just went like this. Hi, name's Soul. You? Ash Ketchum. I'm like, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Who's she? As Misty's there, I'm like, oh, that's just some girl that follows me. Girlfriend? He's like, oh, ew, no, I just met her. I'm like, huh, why is she following you? Because he basically destroyed my bike. I'm like, huh? Sparrows attacked me and my Pikachu. Had to get a bike because I jumped into a river to save ourselves. They kept following me and me and my Pikachu, and the bike got destroyed because Pikachu's a thunderbolt. I mean, not thunderbolt. It's a thunder shock. Right when a lightning hit him. Oh, so the bike got destroyed that way. Yeah, makes sense. Which kind of have a good conversation. Ash was being a little bit cocky, bragging about how he basically won against Brock. And I'm like, yeah, probably just because of dumb luck in my head. So, basically, before Brock leaves, he's like, alright, because we're in the gym. He's like, alright, this will be my last gym battle for a while as the Pure City gym leader, alright? Like, yep. Basically I say to him, and basically his father says, and I'll take his place. So, yeah. He basically is like, alright then, go, Geodude! As I literally throw out, basically, go! Basically, I just kind of grin. Like, Pidgey! Because I literally throw Pidgey. Pidgey's basically, just flying, and I'm like, grinning. Basically, actually, a Pidgey? I couldn't even catch one. Which basically Missy's like, huh, I wonder what he's gonna do. Basically, I'm like, Brock's like, are you sure about this? I'm like, yeah, don't worry, I got this. So, basically I say, Pidgey, use Sand Attack! Basically, Brock would say to use, basically spin his, have Geodude spin. But, yeah, so basically, I just then, after I hear that, I say tell Pidgeot to use Sand Attack over and over again. So basically, Geodude would get hit by a Sand Attack, and I tell him to use Tackle. So basically, Pidgey's basically wearing down his Pokemon. I do know my Pidgey's basically only probably level 7 by now. But, wearing down chipping damage. So basically, probably 7 to 7 now, and Mankey should be around level 8-ish, 8 to 9-ish. No, 7, basically 8, 9, as I said. So, basically Rattatat's level 9, Charmander's level 11, and Cappy's level 7. So he turned into Metapod. Yeah, just trying to do all the calculations in my head too. So, basically, as soon as Pidgey gets hit, I basically tell him to get returned, and I say substitute for Mankey. He goes like, huh? What is he gonna do? He's like, easy, Mankey, use low kick. Which he's like, huh? All of a sudden, low kick, one hit. Basically, the chip damage was basically enough to get him, if you want to say in Pokemon in the games, up to basically not a quarter, but basically to the point where his health is in the yellow, almost to the red, as then basically Brock says, Geodude, basically tackle, as I tell him make you dodge and use low kick again. I'm just going to be spamming this move. This is what I do when I know something's really effective. I spam the move. Which basically technically Mankey does hit again, and Keizo, his Pokemon. I'm like, holy crap, that actually worked. And basically I do look at the phone, I notices the health and the levels, and I even see the word super effective. I'm like, holy crap, this thing is working with me. Working like a video game for me. Nice. Hold up, my dad's coming out of his room. Okay, so while I was technically waiting, I wanted to see what was on the computer with this website I know for basically Pokemon database, and I basically found the proper levels, basically, for the Pokemon, like which generation. So it seems like I have on the app Diamond and Pearl levels. But yeah, so I'm just going to basically double check on some things. So okay, so huh. Okay, I see. Alright. Yeah, well, okay, that seems about right. I'm just trying to find Mankey now. But anyways, though, I'm gonna say is I basically stopped using Mankey because I switch out Mankey to basically have Rattata. Because I want to use Rattata for chip damage, basically. Also, see if I can actually have a Rattata basically beat a actual, you know. Huh. Okay, so, yeah, Fire Red does have a Mankey, and at level 9 it learns Low Kick. Okay, I did it wrong, it was 9 Low Kick, not 7. But, hey, I got Mankey, but, you know, my mistake. Anyways, though, so, yeah, so basically, I think what will happen is in the game, Brock had Onyx to use a move called, basically, Tomb Rock, I believe, a Rock Tomb, and that would decrease my Pokemon's speed. And then he also had Bind. Well, I mean, tells his Pokemon too. So yeah, that's technically. So he would have Rock Tomb still. But anyway, so I basically tell Rattata to basically circle around him and basically try to use Bite. I mean, you know, Bite or Tackle to tackle wherever he can. As basically Rattata would nod and do so. Basically, after let's say about 3 hits, Rock would tell Onyx basically to follow basically Rattata and then use basically Tackle. So this will be my very first loss because if I remember correctly in the game, Onyx was level 14 and Fire Red. So yeah, a little chip damage, and basically Rattata was out. I basically switched then to back to Mankey. And like, alright then, Mankey. I mean, I did say good job to Rattata after I did go over and, pick them up and, put them back in the Pokeball. I basically like, alright, basically, Mankey. Basically gotta defeat him. He's like, yeah, let's do it. Let's fight. And I'm like, okay. So, basically, I would tell him to use Scratch and then basically, and Leer, which, kind of, basically kind of gives the effect which Leer uses, which is, I think, the defense. I'm pretty sure, I think it's defense. If I'm not, then I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but anyways. So then, after that, I basically then tell him to basically use after basically Brock basically tells him to use Tackle. I basically tell Mankey to jump up and dodge, and when he lands to use Low Kick. Basically, do it more than once. Until basically Brock's, Onyx is down. And, well, it happens. He basically does it around 3 Low Kicks. Brock basically tells Onyx to try to get out of there with Rock Tomb. But by the time he basically gets the final kick, it was already. I mean, by the time he said that, it was already too late. Mankey already freaking kicked. Used the last basic kick to basically knock out. I mean, KO or faint. Onyx. And then I won the match. Basically, the Pokemon I used do get the levels, the XP. So Mankey goes up quite a bit. Because basically, I mean, he shouldn't have low kick, but I gave him low kick anyways. My apologies, but still, I'm not going to change that. So basically, low kick does help. I was trying to I wanted to beat use Rattata to beat Onyx, but yeah. So basically, I say good job to Mankey, and then basically, by giving him a high five, or you can say a pat on the head. Then basically Brock, goes to Onyx and tell him he did a good job. So he basically comes over and basically goes like, "Well, I didn't expect you to use attack over and over again." And basically use your Pokemon's like that, kind of out of the box, sort of. You didn't basically give me any time for room with basically your Pidgey. Like, yeah, I mean, honestly, the Pidgey with Sand Attack was sort of a gamble. I mean, also tackle around. As soon as I get hit, I knew I couldn't handle it. So I basically switched out to a Pokemon I knew that could at the moment. My starters basically, Chimchar, come out! Well, I mean, I said Rex, come out. Basically, Rex does come out. Go, see? So, I mean, it would have been hard work, but, couldn't at the moment. Which basically was like, I see. So, well, I mean, he still defeated me anyways. So here's your badge. As I see, he gives me the Puick gym badge, rock badge. And I'm like, yes! I just got my first badge! As I'm basically, just grinning. So, I would basically put it, in my bag. Basically in one of the pockets. Sort of. I kind of pinned it inside of it. Well, no. I basically would... Nah, I'll just do what Ash does. I pin it basically into my jacket. Until I get a case. So, yeah. And well, thanks for the match. I gotta go to the Pokemon Center and get my Pokemon healed. Brock says, I'll come with. So we do talk, chat, and, well, I do say, well, I'm gonna basically head back into Vermilion City real quick. He was like, why? I mean, I tried asking, like, well, I want to basically to see about they have any, like, maps around. I realize I don't have any. I mean, I do have my phone, but I want to have something physical sometimes. It always is the best help. You never know what you can find with them. Which, basically, Brock says, that is a good idea. Misty says, yeah, I mean, maybe we should do that. Well, actually, I was like, well, I mean, yeah, but we wasted enough time. We'll get one back in the other city. Come on. As they head off. Me, I headed off in a different direction. So, alright, everyone. This is where I'm going to leave it off. I'm basically just heading back to Vermilion City, so I will go into the forest. And that's where basically we will go into part 2, and a lot of stuff will happen. How did I do? It's my first time doing something like with Pokemon, where that makes it combine the game and the anime. So I'm trying my best to combine them both. So yeah. I hope I did a good job. Hope you guys like this, and I hope you guys have a nice day, night, wherever you are, and bye. Let me know in the comments. If I don't do so well, I may not make a part 2, because that's how... may not. I don't know. Sorry, I'm just being very, very cautious and worried. So, bye everyone.